Okay, this is just going to be a super quick video just to show you the current state of play of my Ajax AJ8. Let's have a quick look. Ajax AJ8 horizontal milling machine. I posted something briefly in a previous video about it, and although I haven't shown you all the steps, this base here was pretty rusty. I mean, not absolutely terrible, but it was quite rusty around the base there. So as you can see, I've stripped the base down. I've not repainted any of this. I don't think I'm going to do that for a moment because it's not too bad. Yes, I know the colour doesn't match, but I'm really not bothered. This is a working machine. It's not for show or anything. And yeah, so I've repainted that. And I've also used some JB weld to fill up various holes. And this is the rear view, obviously. You can see that there's an intermediate two-step pulley there. So down here, I'm going to be mounting the motor in on this face. So I've ordered up a sliding plate, motor mount plate that's going to be mounted in there. And so I will have vertical adjustment of that, and then a belt, and then sort of pulley. There's a pulley there, small pulley, which then comes up with a belt here, and then we get some speed reduction, and then it gets further reduced to there. Can't quite figure out. I mean, to me it doesn't really look right that you'd ever use anything other than this combination going straight there. Yes, I could have it so it's going across, say, to the middle or the smaller pulley, but then the belt would have some deflection on it. So to me that doesn't seem like a great idea. Although, having said that, if you look here, it gives you various combinations that are suggested. That's assuming that's original. I'm not sure if it is original or not. What else am I doing then? Oh yeah, other things I've got to do as well as fit the motor underneath there. I'm also going to have to change this because at the moment, or what previously was used was just a straight on-off switch, which is pretty dangerous because, like, for example, if you've got it on and then you plug in, the machine's going to start straight away. So I'm really not keen on that. So it's going to have to be a no volt release switch. And actually, I'm probably going to have a motor starter, an on-off motor starter there. Ultimately, might put a three-phase motor in there. Certainly on the cards. I've currently got a three-phase. I've got an inverter. Looking in a lathe at the moment, so I've got an inverter in there. So I've got a three-phase motor on the lathe, and I have another inverter coming, which may or may not go on this machine. So at the moment, because I've got quite a few motors, I've got a single-phase motor that will be suitable for this. So I'll just try that because it's easy, and also because I've got this sliding rail system or sliding plate system, which motor can be on. I can experiment, try different motors. So I'm still not entirely convinced. It seems like quite a few people have used, say, half horsepower, third horsepower motors on that. It seems to me that seems like really hugely underpowered. I'm thinking more like 2 horsepower at the very, very minimum, 3/4 of a horsepower. Bearing in mind you're going to have a big old cutter on there. As you can see, the machine doesn't look too bad. I've not done anything other than give the top a wipe over, oil it up, grease the bearings. I mean, everything is really pretty good. All the feeds, everything works pretty good. When I paid for the machine, I paid £150. Basically got a load of extra stuff with it. The motor, which I didn't like, I've already sold that, got about 50 for that. So the machine has cost me about £100 so far. Plus, as I say, I've got a load of other stuff which I've then been able to use on my lathe as well. So that's looking pretty good. Quick look at motors then. So I've got quite a collection of motors. Yeah, so I got various motors. That one 3/4 horsepower, 3/4. That's probably half. Got a 1.5 horsepower AC. Oh, sorry, a 1.5 horsepower DC motor there. I've got some geared thing there. What we got there, that's a 3/4 horse. Wouldn't want to use that one though because it's not got 100% duty cycle, so you can't keep it running for like long durations. I've got various other motors. I've got motors coming out my ears, to be honest. So no shortage of motors. So I will probably So just try out what I've got. If I don't like what I've got, or if the spindle speed's too high, that's probably my main concern. Then I'm likely to end up using a three-phase motor with a VFD on it, so I can cut the speed as long as I can get enough torque. So anyway, that's it. Oh, just very, very quickly, just while I'm thinking of it, yeah, so I have bolted it down to some wood. Don't want to bolt it down to the concrete floor at the moment, or probably never bolt it down to concrete floor. Certainly don't want to at the moment, so just for my ease, add a little bit of stability as well. I just bolted it there. And also, having separated the top from the bottom, what I found is that things aren't entirely square. So I've actually had to add some temporary packing pieces in as well. So I'm going to make a better job of that at some point. But certainly don't want to, as you do these bolts up, I don't want to crack any of the casting. So I've packed it. So yeah, it's all fine. So anyway, there it is. I'll do one final flyby, so you get to see, just in case anyone's interested in any of the details. I mean, I'll probably post another video at another time, but yeah. Anyway, that's the Ajax AJ8 horizontal milling machine. Current state of play, not far off from being used at all now. So all I've got to do, get a motor in there, get a switch wired up of some sort, just so I can see the thing turning over. And then, yeah, and then a few other, odd bits that I'm ultimately going to need to do, like to make a chip tray and that sort of stuff. But yeah, quite pleased with it so far. Certainly for £100, quite happy with that. Okay, goodbye.